Hello and welcome to the Federal. Today it's about the politics of rail development in Kerala. It has entered a new phase, but with the familiar questions around it. After scrapping SilverLine or K-Rail, the flagship project of the LDF, the UDF government has now indicated support for a 60,000 crore rupees high-speed rail corridor proposed by E Sreedharan. The DMRC has already submitted an interim report on this. The proposed Kerala high-speed railway runs 473.2 kilometers from Thiruvananthapuram to Kannur with 23 stations and a projected travel time of 3 hours and 30 minutes. The project is designed as a double line, largely elevated corridor with about 6.5 kilometers of tunneling in Thiruvananthapuram. It proposes standard gauge tracks, a maximum design speed of 200 km per hour and operational speed of 180 km. Trains will run at intervals of 20 to 40 minutes and estimated daily capacity is about 54,000 passengers. This comes in contrast to the SilverLine project, which was envisioned as a 530 km semi-high-speed corridor from Thiruvananthapuram to Kasaragod with an estimated cost of 63,940 crores. The speed was set up to 200 kilometers with 11 stations in 11 districts. The travel time below 4 hours. However, it required an estimated acquisition of 1,383 hectares of land. The project, however, faced sustained opposition on three fronts: land acquisition and displacement, environmental concerns over alignment through wetlands and paddy fields, and obviously financial viability. These concerns were raised by opposition parties including UDF along with the civil society groups. The Union Ministry of Railways did not grant approval, citing issues related to financial feasibility and compatibility with existing railway expansion plans. Without Union government's clearance, the project did not move forward. E Sreedharan had during that period expressed reservations about the SilverLine approach and later proposed an alternative high-speed model based on elevated tracks and standard gauge systems, arguing that it would reduce both land acquisition and long-term costs. The current proposal reflects that model. However, it differs from the SilverLine in key aspects of alignment and phasing. Notably, the line terminates at Kannur in the first phase, with the extension to Kasaragod proposed only in the subsequent stages. The funding structure also differs, with 36,000 crore expected as equity from union and state in 51-49 ratio, and the remaining 24,000 crores proposed through crowdfunding. At the same time, the Union government has not formally approved or adopted the KHSR proposal. It remains at the stage of an interim report submitted for consideration. The LDF, which had backed SilverLine, has indicated that it would not oppose the new high-speed rail proposal. The UDF, which had opposed SilverLine citing environmental and financial concerns, has taken a favorable position to this new project now. This shift places a clear burden on the UDF to explain the change in position. The earlier objections to land acquisition, ecological impact, and financial viability were central to their opposition. The extent to which the new proposal addresses those concerns and whether the differences are substantial enough to justify support remains a matter that requires detailed clarification. However, anti-SilverLine activists remain unconvinced. They argue that instead of investing in a new high-speed corridor, the existing railway network in Kerala can be upgraded. According to them, modernization of current lines would be more cost-effective and less disruptive. From this perspective, the question is not just about choosing between two projects, but whether a new project is required at all. The comparison between the two projects, therefore, rests on specific differences: extent of land acquisition, degree of elevation, alignment coverage, and funding model. At the same time, both projects are similar in scale, cost range, and intended travel speeds. Given this context, the shift in political positions, the role of E Sreedharan in proposing an alternative framework, and the earlier denial of clearance by the Union government to SilverLine are central to understanding the current debate around the high-speed rail in Kerala.